Good day everyone, and welcome to episode 6, season 1 in Heart of Iron 4, the Great Soviet Experiment. We were opening up down here in China with the fight with the Japanese, but we have a pop-up. So we've got our research finished for dispersed industry, so let's go and have a look at that straight away. We are in 38, so we need to go and just make sure that there are not other things that we are super keen on doing. We are developing our new T-34 tank, which has just over a year to go, but that's the one that we really want. So we're all looking, actually we're looking pretty good. So let's just go here. There are 38. Yes, we want the research bonus as soon as we can get it. So we're going to do that. Now, it looks like our troops down here have fought themselves to a standstill. Pretty much. So I think we'll pull them off the line, actually. Because I'm not going to throw my troops away by having a counterattack come and wipe them out. Now, interestingly enough, the Japanese haven't done any seaborne invasions down the coast yet. So that is kind of interesting. And I'm wondering if we might have an opportunity up here to cause them some trouble. So let's just relocate these troops to a new area there where we could get a thrust going. In the meantime though, I just want to go back and double check things, see how we're doing. Yeah, everything's under control there. Exports are doing well. Imports, exports are doing well. We've got spare capacity in our build, so we're okay there. We haven't got any spare here. We're still waiting to get down to anti-air. I think I might push anti-air up to the next one, actually, because I think we need to start developing that. It's 38 already, and I think we are going to need to start deploying some anti-air relatively soon. Now, in terms of these guys, see, I've missed my window again. You know what, I might just go ahead and put the extra 3 in there anyway, right now. Yep, okay, that's fine. And how are we doing logistics wise? We're doing okay, actually. 103 infantry. You know what? We could probably cut back a little bit of infantry there and start at least one anti-air. Okay, good. And no template. Yep, got you. Okay, that's fine. Now, we're also in April, and in fact we're halfway through April, and in April we go to war with Iran. And let's just check things out here and see how this looks. The planning seems to be pretty much complete on that side, and pretty much complete on that side, and they're definitely going to take Tehran. So we're to the 20th. I'm just going to slow this down, make sure we don't miss our deadline, because I don't want to be late. Now, okay, now I'm going to stop it, because now we need to make the decision. Anti-fascist diplomacy or anti-capitalist diplomacy? That doesn't mean, though, that the Germans are not going to attack us. All that means is that we run the possibility of being able to fight the entire world, because at some point, if things go the way history goes, war with the UK will be war with the Allies. So I think we're going to take the anti-fascist diplomacy route. And that should give us, apart from getting some extra they like us points from the Allies in the long run, it should also give us the opportunity to get some lend-lease, perhaps. Okay, so we'll go back in now and start up. It's the 20th. As long as we start by the end of April, we're fine. And I'm delaying it. Well, is there any point delaying it? Because at the minute, we're not harvesting. No, and we're a little way from harvesting too. I think we should probably just go ahead and start the war, really. I don't see any benefit in waiting. And I'm not even going to put aircraft down there, quite frankly, because, well, we don't need it. So here's what we're going to do. Let's go to war. Now, world tension is 32. That's pretty high, actually. And the German Reich has created only 12% of that. Who did the rest of it? Don't know. Click to open history. Okay. We put 3% in there. 3.1. Japan's done a little bit, haven't they? Okay. Okay, all right, well, that's fine. All right, now, is anybody guaranteeing them? No. Is anyone coming to their aid? No. Leave us declare war. And then activate our generals with the go order. Cool. And then activate Field Marshal Golikov. And he's got 3 generals underneath him, so he gets a go. And we're off and running, young man. We are at war. There you go. Okay. That is it. All right, now, that should make us a considerable amount of army experience. We're going to keep the next 100. Now, we don't want anyone helping us with this. Now, the reason isn't because we don't really need or want the help, because, quite frankly, any losses from our allies is better than from us. The problem is that down here, the supply is such, well, it's so bad, really. I mean, let's just have a quick look. So if we look at supply here, it's 2s there. We've got 4s and 3s there, but by the time you put the troops in and down here, the supply lines just get choked. So there's really no point. Lovely that they wanted to help, but no point that they come in and do that. Construction-wise, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've got 6 unused slots, so we're all right there. And I think, and of course now there's no point because we're at war, so our volunteer forces are on their way back home. I am not in a hurry to complete this war because the longer the war goes on, the more experience we get, you know, within reason, as it were. But that's where we're at. So we're going to go up to 2 because I'm basically going to leave this up to the generals. Now, in previous games when I've played this strategy of taking Iran, this front up here is basically tying down Iranian troops. This front up here is where the push through comes. So the action is up here. And we're not going to interfere, really. We're just going to let that run its course. So what we can do in the meantime is, even though we're 6 ahead here, I think we should probably do some more building. 1 of 5. So what have we got there? We could go a bit odd on this one then. There you go. Yep, that's another double. And so after that double, we can put... Now, anti-air, as far as I'm aware, this is for defense against strategic bombing. I don't know that it does tactical. So I'm not going to deploy any of that. We could use radar later on, but at the moment, again, not much point. So I'm going to go with more refineries. And actually, let's bring some over this way. And some fuel silos. Cool. And that'll get us ready down there. And look at that, we've already pushed the front forward. Yeah. Okay, well, that's going pretty well. It's interesting, they seem to be quite well entrenched and defended up there, as opposed to over here. But there you go. Yep. Okay, well, the generals are handling the front pretty well. I'm very happy with the way that's going. So let's go up to 3. And just go and check. Okay, so we've got an extra one now. Ooh. Right, they're back in Leningrad. Okay, that's fine. I'm going to leave them in Leningrad for the moment because we don't really need them to be involved in this. So the towed artillery is full up. When we get up to 5, I'm going to add the one back into infantry equipment that we took out. It's still going to let it go for the moment. It's doing pretty well. Yeah, I like the way that's looking. That should give us some advantage there in terms of equipment. Now, what about personnel? Going along pretty well, actually. Now, that one was, that's 31 and this is 14. So if this one gets to about 16, we might add another row of 3 as well. And keep this one going along. Because we are going to be churning out manpower like it's nobody's business. Seriously. Yeah, still in training. Okay, now these are the guys that came back. So we'll just move them back to their elite status so that we can identify them readily. Thank you. Yes, that's Odessa. You are Minsk, and the last one is the third one down here, which is Kiev. Okay, that is good. All right, now let's go back here, select research technology. I'm going to put some effort into special forces, although that's 136 days. No, I don't like that. I'll stay up here, I think, and just stay with the bonuses we get for improved infantry equipment. It's literally a 3-month period. So everything's going well. Tanks are now within the year. So we should have tanks April, May 1939, which will be good for us. Well, that's it. We're going well. So let's go up to 4. Because literally we are going well. You know what? Instead of just fiddling around, why not just encircle? Just a thought. Just a thought. Although it looks like he's going to... Yeah, no, he didn't encircle. But anyway, that's fine. And this one is a definite. We just moved in and take it. There's nobody there. I'm quite sure... I mean, it would be hard to program in an AI at this level, but sometimes I wonder... Although in real life they do the same thing, they miss the opportunity, you know, there's no troops there, but they, according to the way they do things, they hesitate, and then the enemy fills in the gap. That's not that unusual. So you could actually move straight into there, and there you go. Yep, like the way all that's going. And that's a hard ask up there. Okay, and we got 146 experience. So now, let's just bring this down to 3 for a minute, just in case we get surprised. We need to work on our next template. And that next template that we need isn't actually a full combat fighting division. It's another garrison division. And this is the one that's going to have the anti-air in it. So this is going to be garrison division. Now, this is a question mark, because we could take this one, and let me tell you what I'm thinking here. So we've got the question mark. It's going to be number 1, anti-air for sure, and the symbol that we're going to use is going to be that one. Now, we could put anti-air in there, so we'll just run through this and see how it goes. Anti-air in there. So soft attack's gone up. What about defense? Gone up by 2.4, but piercing's gone up 9.5. And then we have a couple of options. We can replace these infantry with anti-air, or we can put anti-air in there as well. So what's it cost to put anti-air there? Okay, defensive 4, breakthrough +1, soft attack 3, hard attack 7, air attack 19. What is the width? The combat width is +1. So let's run this numbers wise. So I understand that it's 2 anti-air, oh sorry, I'll rephrase that. It's 1 anti-air for every combat width of 10 will actually nullify and hurt attacking aircraft. So combat width is now 18. If I take out 1 infantry, right, I still hold my combat width at 16. Defensive value has dropped by 13. Soft attack's gone up, hard attack's gone up. Air, ooh, look at that, thank you. Air attacks, let's pause that for a second. Breakthroughs down. Suppression has dropped a little bit, but not a whole lot. What say you to that sort of arrangement? So defense has dropped by 13. It's not huge. We still have the MPs in there, which give us 22 for no combat width. So that's actually pretty good. So I think what I will do is I will leave it at 16. And we'll remove you, and we'll remove you. And that gives us our combat width of 16 and slightly less defense, but better against armor. So in the beginning of the war, when we get German light tanks and or Japanese light tanks, this is going to give us an advantage. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to go the 16 width. And we're going to save that right there. And so we have the infantry 16 width and the infantry with anti-air 16 width. And we're going to add another 3 there because we are pumping them out. Right, now let's start off again at 1, just to make sure we've got everything bouncing along again, and go through this. Because there we go, we've finished the defence in depth. Infantry +5 and max entrenchment +5, that's helpful to us. Now, I am going to go down this side. And why? Well, division attrition gets lowered. I don't particularly care about partisans at this point. The infantry recovery rate goes up and the reinforce rate goes up, which is good. The motorised and mechanised organisation goes up. That's good. Tanks goes up a little bit, but it's the infantry and motorised organisation that's good. The combat width drops and the recruitable population, we get an added 5%. The reinforce rate also goes up. And then finally, we get a -30 out of supply. Our partisans go up and the recovery rate goes up. I like it a lot, and it's all basically infantry. This one, not all basically infantry, and some of these tactics are maybe good for us, but I personally like this. So that's exactly what we're going to do, and we're going to spend 100 army experience and drop that down from 278 days to 160. And that's exactly what we're going to do. So, and having done that, now we're going to put the speed back up to 3. Now, we are in a position. Oh, look at that. We've got resistance. Oh, well, that won't last long. We could actually cut these guys off. If we take General Zakharov and give him a front, which maybe looks like this. Oh, okay. All right. Well, you don't want a front, obviously. So we'll give you a front now that looks like this. Will we? Oh, no, we won't. Why can't I draw a front line there? Ah, there I can. Okay, well. Put you there. And then what I'm going to tell you to do is basically this. 1, 2, 3, 4. And there you go. And we've got more coming off there. So you go into the training division or training camp, which we have established on the other side of the Urals, which is good. And we're about to do a very large encirclement against these guys up here. And in fact, let's help ourselves by doing that. Yep, okay. Now, because Field Marshal Golikov has got the overall command of the front, he will be able to keep the area behind our advancing troops secure. That's the plan anyway. And a good plan it is too, you would have to say. You can move into there, and then there. Okay. Big encirclement. Actually, it is a big encirclement too. You don't realise how big it is until you actually look at it. Now, where are you? That's not you. It's... you fell ill in the middle of a campaign? Really, dude? That's not very good. How are you doing over there? Organiser that he hasn't progressed very far. That's a bit disappointing. I'd like to get him up there a bit more before we face the Germans. Infantry equipment's done, and it's August 38. So let's see what else we can do here. Well, the next one I'm going to look for in this one is the logistics company, but what have we got that we haven't done over here? Yeah, we've got a few things here we could be dealing with. And I think I want to do that. We modify the government. Now, actually, if we improve our tank designer, let's just see how long we've got there for our R&D. 251 days. So let's improve our tank designer. 251 days and see what we get. I like medium tanks. I'm a big fan of medium tanks. Armor research speed plus 15. That's going to be good. And it goes down to 237 days. Excellent. Okay. Carry on, everyone. And our encirclement is almost complete. And it's a pretty good encirclement too. 2, 4, 5 divisions. I don't know that he'll make it out, but there you go. 5 divisions. Well, you can attack there for a start. And the 4th International. Okay. I think we'll take our young friend here and move you into there. And we'll take you into there. Okay, that's going pretty well. Okay. Now, Georgie, are you back yet, or are you still away sick? I think he's still away sick, frankly. Munich agreement, okay. Yep, delete all orders, fine. Now, having deleted all orders though, I want you to do this. That's what I want you to do. And then I want you guys to do that. And then once you finish this, you can join the front line over here. Now I'm also going to attach Vlasov to Golikov, like so, because the front's going to join up as soon as they've taken that, and then we can proceed with the war effort. Now, the other thing we should do is we should have a variety of our infantry division 20 width, which has the anti-air in it as well. So I think we should do that now rather than later. Now, we've got 20 width, and we're going to add 2 air, but we're going to remove this guy, and we're going to, no we're not, we're going to duplicate. No, we're not going to do that at all. We're going to quit. I have a very bad habit. I mean, I know if you've watched some of my videos, including the other ones in the channel, man, I can klutz it up. And the number of times, I'm just going to reduce this to 1 for a minute, number of times I have gone to duplicate and make a new template and not duplicated it and just modified the existing template, especially in like the middle of a great battle, and suddenly everybody loses their organization and their equipment because it's a new design has caused me great concern. So I try to be extra careful when I'm doing that, because it's a trap for the klutzy me, really. So this is going to be the infantry div 21 AA. I hope that fits in. It should. Yeah, it should. Okay. So we're going to remove one of these. We're going to add 2 anti-air. So we've still got the 20 combat width. Soft attack has gone down marginally. Hard attack's gone up to 13. Air attack is now 38. Defense has gone down 16. Breakthrough's down, but that's neither here nor there. Piercing is up 9.9. So the important ones for us are the 9.9 piercing and the air attack at 38. They are the two benefits that we hope to utilise out of this. And I'm going to add a field hospital as well. Seriously, because the trickle back is plus 20%. We lose less personnel, and importantly, we lose less experience, 10% less experience. That's good for us. So we're doing that right off the bat there for that one. So we've got him there, and we're going to modify the 21, and we're going to put the trickle back field hospital, reduce organisation experience loss in there as well. So we've spent some points there, but we've got some good templates. Okay, so go back up to 2, go and look at R&D. So we're in 1938, so we're going to keep going. We want to stop the enemy from finding out what we've got before we worry about what they've got. And then we've got new troops. So we're going to add you to the battalions as well. And what are we doing in terms of anti-air? 288. Not a lot, but doable. Okay, doable at this stage. And I think what I want to do is start producing the anti-air divisions. So what are we going to do? We're going to not edit them for a start. No, we're going to train them. And we're going to train 3 of them. And we're going to build them just outside Sverdlovsk. There perhaps. And so we will be getting some anti-air units as well. Okay, that is good. Let us return to where are you? No, I don't want you. I want to go to the front. Thank you. And I think okay, first of all, let's clear out everyone's orders and make sure that there's only one guy they can follow. Okay. Okay, so everyone's orders are cleared. Field Marshal Golikov, please define a front line. Thank you. Okay, you guys need to move to the front. Actually, let's just have a quick look for a minute. Yeah, we got a lot of out of supply. Actually, it's not as bad as I thought it would be. Mind you, they haven't been moving for a few days, so maybe their supplies have caught up with them, which is always something to bear in mind when you're fighting in these areas. If you slow down your advance and have a chance for your supplies to get through, then you don't have the out of supply issues if you keep driving forwards. That very much emulates the real world. So we're going to push forward a little bit, but not a lot, because we haven't had the Civil War yet. And I am very keen that some of our troops not be dragged into the Civil War in the opposing team side. So let's execute that. And then I think we're going to stop, frankly. I'm very, very happy with the way the AI has handled this attack, actually, because normally there's a reasonable amount of micromanagement goes on when you do this sort of thing. Otherwise, the AI gets a bit bogged down. But on this particular occasion, I'm quite happy with the way it's turned out. I think the AI has done it pretty well. And there was only a couple of little things I did. Well, that encirclement wasn't that great, but it did help us a bit to get some extra stuff done. So there you go. And ladies and gentlemen, that is 35 minutes into the episode. So I'm going to call it right here. We'll just check first of all to make sure. Yeah, we've got enough. You know what? Just to be on the safe side, so we don't have to worry too much when we start up in the next episode, let us. Oh, there's some civilian there. Let us do it this way. 1, 2, and 1, 2, 3, and we could. So how many did I just build? I just built 5 military. Three, 4, 5. There you go. And 5 civilian. Okay. And I'm going to put that civilian ahead of that one. And that civilian ahead of that one. Cool. I like that. That's good. All right. So I think it's going okay. It's 38. We are certainly not. We have not deployed the number of divisions that I think we should have deployed. But there is scope for us. We still have 6 million manpower, and logistics-wise, you know, in terms of material and supplies, we're up there. So I think we're in a reasonably good position, everyone. So thank you for joining me today. Please stay well, and I will look forward to seeing you in the Geek Channel again very soon. Until then, I'll see you later. Bye-bye.